1. NASA's Challenger Space Shuttle disaster, remembering the tragedy. On January 28, 1986, NASA launched the Challenger Space Shuttle from Cape Canaveral, Florida, with a crew of 7 astronauts on board. The mission was supposed to last for 10 days in Earth's orbit, but tragically ended only 73 seconds after liftoff. The catastrophic failure occurred when a seal on the right solid rocket booster failed, causing a breach in the joint and the release of hot gas. This led to the structural failure of the external fuel tank, and ultimately the explosion of the Challenger. All 7 crew members lost their lives, including Krista McAuliffe, a teacher who had been selected to be the first private citizen to travel to space. This event was a devastating blow to the space exploration community and the world. The Challenger disaster brought to light the dangers and risks involved in space travel, and prompted NASA to take a closer look at their safety protocols. Today, we remember the crew of the Challenger and honor their bravery and sacrifice. May their legacy live on as we continue to explore the mysteries of the universe. 2. The failed launch of Russia's Granat Satellite. What went wrong? On March 31, 1999, Russia attempted to launch the Granat research satellite into orbit aboard a Proton rocket. Unfortunately, the launch was unsuccessful, with the rocket breaking apart shortly after liftoff. The cause of the failure was believed to be either a manufacturing error or incorrect assembly of the rocket. The destruction of the rocket meant that the Granat satellite was unable to reach orbit and was lost. The satellite had been designed to conduct astronomical observations and X-ray studies of the universe, and its loss was a significant setback for the scientific community. The failure of the launch prompted a thorough investigation into the cause of the mishap. The findings led to improvements in the manufacturing and assembly process of Proton rockets, ensuring that future launches would be more successful. This tragic event serves as a reminder of the complexities and risks involved in space exploration. Despite the setbacks, the scientific community continues to push the boundaries of our understanding of the universe and the technologies needed to explore it. In memory of the Granat satellite and the scientists working on the mission, we honor their guidance and contributions to space exploration. 3. The failed launch of NASA's Glory satellite. What happened? On April 15, 2010, NASA attempted to launch the Glory satellite into orbit using a Taurus XL rocket. However, shortly after liftoff, the rocket failed and crashed. The cause of the failure was believed to be either a structural flaw in the rocket or malfunctioning rocket engines. The failure of the rocket resulted in the loss of the Glory satellite. The satellite was designed to study the Earth's atmosphere and the impact of solar radiation on our planet. Its loss was a significant setback for NASA's scientific research. Despite extensive efforts to locate the lost satellite after the failed launch, NASA was unable to determine its whereabouts. The Glory mission was ultimately deemed a failure. This event highlights the inherent risks involved in space exploration and the importance of thorough testing and quality control measures to ensure the success of missions. NASA continues to learn from these setbacks and improve its technologies to better understand our universe and planet. We honor the hard work and dedication of the scientists and engineers who worked on the Glory mission, and their contributions to space research will not be forgotten. 4. What went wrong with the Chandrayaan-1 launch? On July 2, 2013, the Indian Space Research Organisation, ISRO, attempted to launch the Chandrayaan-1 spacecraft into orbit using a PSLV C-11 rocket. However, the launch failed, as the rocket veered out of control shortly after takeoff and was unable to place the spacecraft into its intended orbit. The cause of the failure was initially believed to be a technical glitch in the rocket's alignment or malfunctioning engines. The rocket's failure to launch the spacecraft successfully resulted in the loss of the Chandrayaan-1 mission. The spacecraft was designed to explore the Moon's surface and study its mineral composition, among other things. ISRO made efforts to locate the lost spacecraft but was ultimately unable to do so. Despite the setback, the agency has continued to develop its space capabilities and launched the successful Chandrayaan-2 mission in 2019. The failure of the Chandrayaan-1 launch underscores the challenges and risks involved in space exploration. Even with careful planning and preparation, unforeseen technical difficulties can arise, leading to mission failure. Nevertheless, the pursuit of scientific discovery and exploration continues to be a crucial goal for space agencies worldwide, and failures such as this one serve as important lessons for future space missions. 5. What went wrong with the Amos 6 launch? On September 1, 2016, private space company SpaceX was preparing to launch the Amos 6 communications satellite from the Cape Canaveral launch pad. As the preparations were being made to launch the rocket, a gas leak occurred near the rocket, causing it to explode before liftoff. The explosion created a massive fireball, completely destroying the rocket and the Amos 6 satellite. Fortunately, no human casualties were reported. The loss of the Amos 6 satellite was a major setback for the Israeli company Spacecom, which owned the satellite and had contracted with SpaceX for the launch. The satellite was intended to provide communication services to Africa, the Middle East, and Europe. SpaceX launched an investigation into the cause of the explosion, which was later determined to be due to a failure in the second-stage helium system. The Amos 6 explosion was a significant setback for SpaceX as well, as it forced the company to postpone several scheduled launches and undergo a thorough review of its safety procedures. However, the company was able to bounce back from the incident and resume its launch operations shortly thereafter. Overall, the Amos 6 explosion was a tragic event that demonstrated the inherent risks of space exploration and the importance of safety protocols in preventing accidents. Do you think it's safe to go to space? If you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe.